Okay, so I found another Am I the Asshole entry on Reddit, and before we start, I just want to say that I will be posting the Tinkerbell video tomorrow. I have determined that, and I am going to finish it today. I'm going to at least be working on it today, and so it'll be finished by Wednesday and it'll be out by Wednesday. But today we're going to talk about another Am I the Asshole? Okay, and then this one I haven't started reading it really. I read like the first sentence, and it's interesting. So I'm gonna read the title and continue. So it says, "Am I the asshole for refusing to stop dog sitting for my ex?" First of all, that's already that could go so many ways. All right, so it says, "I have been dating Mark for 5 months. Prior to meeting Mark, I was in a casual relationship with John and developed a bond with his senior dog, Luna. Though I stopped seeing John more than a month before meeting Mark, I still dog sit for Luna if I'm available when John goes out of town. Luna can be boarded, but it's very stressful for her because she doesn't get along with other dogs, and I enjoy spending time with her. It's good, easy money, and John appreciates it. John doesn't have a couch or guest bed, so I sleep in his bed when I dog sit." Oh, okay. I feel like I see how that could make someone's partner uncomfortable. It is a little strange, I think, but I don't know. Let's continue. John and I don't see or talk to each other except about Luna. Because I had a casual relationship with John, Mark is upset that I continue to watch Luna now that he and I are dating. I am currently dog sitting her for a week and a half, and this is the second time I've watched her since we started dating. He feels disrespected because I won't leave Luna alone overnight to stay with him, and because I sleep in John's bed. I can't bring Luna to his house because he has a dog. I'm having a hard time understanding why he feels so angry and hurt that I won't stop watching Luna, and I view it more as jealousy and ego that he needs to deal with. Am I the asshole?" Drinking some water. That one's a tough one. I don't have a dog. I've always had friends who have had dogs, so I understand like trying to make sure they're comfortable and everything. I don't know if you're kind of overlooking. I don't know why I'm talking as if this person can hear me. I don't know if like this person, like OP, is kind of like overlooking their partner's feelings, or like not overlooking, but what word am I looking for? Like not caring about how their partner feels about this, or if their partner is just like, I don't know. I'll say this. Right now, I don't think Mark is overreacting that much, because it is really, like, as someone who's never been in a relationship, I don't think it would make me very comfortable if my partner was sleeping in their old partner's bed. Like, that's weird. I feel like that's a weird thing. I feel like that's just odd. No matter how you spin that is odd. That is weird. Especially if that was a place that they lived while they were together. There's just so many implications. So many, no. I wouldn't be comfortable with that. And so I think Mark his view is validated on that. And I mean, the dog thing, yeah. I mean, I see why you wouldn't want to bring the dog. Like, the whole reason the dog isn't going on the plane is because, Luna gets stressed out around other dogs. So to bring the dog to your boyfriend's house, who has a dog already, that would kind of defeat the purpose of you babysitting the dog in the first place, So I don't know. It's a little bit of a funny one. for right now, I'm gonna make a bit of like a prediction. I'm gonna say, as of right now, that you might be the asshole. I'm gonna say it. You might be. Let's go down to some comments. Okay, so first person says, well, you gotta look at it like this. If Mark was watching his ex's dog and was sleeping in her bed while she was away, instead of spending time with you, how would you like it? I get some people don't see it negatively, but not many people are okay with their significant other spending any time with an ex, let alone staying at their house and sleeping in their bed. Exactly. Like, that is a weird thing. A reply to that says, yeah, like, he isn't crazy for feeling this way. Like, many people would consider their partner spending the night at their ex's bed. Okay, yeah, I read that right. A red flag, but International users tend to turn a blind eye to anything if there's a dog involved. True. Like, if you were to take the dog out of the equation and you were just you were like house sitting for your ex and sleeping in your ex's bed, I don't know, there could be a couple things you could do, I'm sure. Does your ex not have a couch? Can you not sleep on the couch? I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's other furniture that you can sprawl out on. I mean, like, unless, of course, that person doesn't like people to lay down on those furnitures. But I feel like I don't know what age group this is. I don't think they said what age group they're in. But unless they're in their, like, 40s or 50s, I don't think they'll have that problem. Because I know Generation X and Boomers have funny rules about furniture. I know that for sure. Someone replying to that last comment I read said, but she isn't spending time with the ex. I'm not saying OP isn't justified in being hurt that she's essentially choosing to spend time with someone else's dog over him, but the ex-boyfriend isn't there when she's there. Him not being there is the whole point of the dog sitting. Yes, but the other point is that she's sleeping in his bed, which is very uncomfortable, even for someone not involved in the situation to hear. So, like, I don't know. You can't really overlook that. It's like, it's a really, it's a main problem. Someone independent of all those other comments I just read says, info. Would you rather spend time with the dog or with Mark? How often is this happening? You don't mention anything about your feelings for Mark. How serious are you two? How much time do you spend together? That comes across as your feelings in relationship not being serious, which is fine, though it seems like Mark feels more serious. If I was in a relationship like this and my partner frequently chose to dog sit over me, it would probably be time to have a conversation about your relationship being more casual than he thinks. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, I found someone who said she's not the asshole. So they said, you're not the asshole. And then they wrote this and crossed it out. He feels disrespected because I won't leave Luna alone overnight to stay with him, and then crossed it out. So he's correcting this sentiment. And to correct it, he says, he feels as if he is not in control because you are doing what you feel is right. It's not like John is there when you are. It's as though you and Mark are married or even live together. What? I'm assuming he meant it's not as though you and Mark are married or even live together. He needs to get a grip. Okay. This feels like the point of view of somebody who has done something similar. So, I mean, maybe I'm getting tunnel vision here and I'm not on the right side of this, but I don't really agree with that. I think the sentiment that he corrected is a little. I don't agree with that he feel the part that it says he just feels disrespected because I won't leave Luna alone overnight to stay with him, because I feel like the point of dogs, like, you wouldn't, if you're babysitting, you're not gonna leave a baby alone. And I'm not saying that a baby and a dog are the same thing, like, and it's like they require the same amount of attention, because a dog can, I mean, like, sort of take care of themselves. I'm assuming. I've never had a dog. I don't know fully, but like, you wouldn't leave a baby alone overnight. You would make sure that they're okay through the night, right, until their parent gets there. So, like, why would you leave a dog? Like, what if the dog starts choking? Or what if the dog, like, starts having some kind of, I don't know, like, what if the dog has, like, some kind of special need that needs to be filled over the night or whatever, you know? I mean, I can understand, like, if there's none of that, then I can kind of understand that. But, I mean, if that was the job that you're getting paid for, to stay with the dog all night, then, yeah, I mean, my whole thing is, you should not be sleeping in his bed. If you have, because this guy, I would assume that he's not going out of town, like, super often, right? You said you're dating this guy for 5 months, and within that 5 months, this is the second time that you're babysitting this dog. You should have, like, a contingency plan for where you're gonna sleep. Like, maybe bring a cot or something if you have no couch to sleep on there. Like, just don't sleep in his bed. That's weird. I can't get over that. I'm sorry. I can't. Somebody else said not the asshole. Oh, I almost said it. Somebody else said not the asshole, because there is nothing wrong with you dog sitting and being able to have a civilized relationship with an ex. That's true. I feel like people who can't be civilized with their ex, I feel like you guys should have never been in a relationship, let alone maybe a friendship, if you can't be civilized after you're no longer involved romantically. That's like it's a bit weird. Like, if they did you so wrong that you can't be civilized, that is a problem. A big problem. Or maybe if you did them in a way that is so wrong that you guys can't be civilized, like, or if you did, like, you did bad things to each other, that's, yeah, I don't know. Not being able to be civilized with people who you're no longer as involved with anymore, that's a red flag to me personally. If you talk crap about people who used to be in your life and are no longer in your life, I don't know, you might be the problem. All right, let's see. Ooh, someone said, yes, the asshole. I'm having a hard time understanding why he feels so angry and hurt that I won't stop watching Luna. And then they continue to say, John doesn't have a couch or guest bed, so I sleep in his. Yeah. Yeah, and then they continue and say, so you sleep in your ex's bed where you've shared intimate moments and you don't understand? Yeah, that's exactly my thought. Like, why are you so surprised by this, that he's upset when you literally say that you're sleeping in the bed of an ex who, if he lived there before you guys broke up, then you know that house and you've been in that bed before. Exactly like this person said, likely with that ex, that is uncomfortable for your current partner to think about, and it shouldn't be rocket science to figure out why. I don't know. I'm glad I've got that thought validated. Someone else says, this is going to sound wild, but it really ain't that deep. You're attached to the dog, not the man. Y'all only been dating for 5 months. Maybe if you have been together longer, it'd be more serious, not the actual. Yeah, I've heard of them being, like, attached to the dogs in their past relationships and stuff, and, like, needing to see them and whatever. Like, I've heard of that. But again, I'm gonna sound like a broken record because I keep mentioning this, but it's the whole thing about staying in his bed. That part, you wouldn't be the asshole if you weren't staying in his bed, okay? But since you are, I'm gonna say it. You are the asshole. I'm gonna say it. Someone under that says, yes, the asshole. Would you be happy if he was going to his ex-girlfriend's house and sleeping in her bed? Most people I know wouldn't be okay with that sort of thing. Different people have differing levels of possessiveness and different levels of comfort with this sort of interaction. But if you're in a relationship with implied exclusivity, this is something you should have worked out beforehand. Yeah, like, I mean, okay, if you didn't even have the conversation when you started dating this guy, like, hey, sometimes I go and I dog sit for my ex, is that something you're comfortable with? And if you would have said no, maybe just be like what's maybe what makes you uncomfortable about it, and then just like try and cater to that. Or, you know, if you can't work it out, just be like, okay, I won't do it anymore. Like, there's civil ways to do this and to not disrespect your current partner. Because I feel like if you really like your current partner, wouldn't it be kind of important to keep them comfortable with what you're doing, or break up with them? Like, if you don't care about how comfortable or uncomfortable your current partner is, do not be with them. You're being a little, I think that would be in the realm of manipulation and like toxicity. Maybe not blatant manipulation, but if you know that something you're doing makes them uncomfortable and you don't want to change it, you should not be with that person. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, someone responding to the one I just read says, why does it matter that the bed belongs to the ex? It's an empty bed. OP isn't sleeping next to another person. They're looking after a dog and sleeping in an empty bed while doing so. No, I'm just gonna say no. Thanks. Yes, why doesn't this guy have a couch? Exactly. Thank you. Okay, someone said, not the asshole, you have different viewpoints. I personally wouldn't date you because you're friends with an ex. Just my boundary. Others are fine with it, like you might need to just go your separate ways. If you won't cut the dog and by extension your ex out of your life, your boyfriend will resent you more and more. Yeah, like, just break it off if you're really not willing to compromise. Because that's what a relationship is compromise, because you both need to be happy. It's not just one of you being happy all the time. Okay, you both need to be happy. And that's kind of, you got to be working on this. And if he's doing all the work to try to be comfortable with what you're doing, and you're not doing any work to try and make him more comfortable with what you're doing, I don't know. It's time for you to find a new boyfriend, or maybe find your old boyfriend. I don't know. Oh, I hear that's a bad thing to do. Don't find your old boyfriend. All right, this is the last one I'm reading, I think. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna read two more, and then we're gonna be done with the comments. So, one more comment says, not the asshole. Your ex isn't socializing with you. You're making good extra money doing something you enjoy. If you'd rather be with your ex, you probably still would be. Your boyfriend needs to get over it and see it for the job that it is. Okay. The next one, not the show. I'm a little weirded out by everyone freaking out about you sleeping in the bed that it doesn't have John in it. Adults can maintain healthy relationships with exes, and this sounds fairly unconcerning to me. It seems like you two literally don't hang out and are in contact only about the dog. Really doesn't feel shady. I don't think the relationship with Mark is going to work out. However, you two clearly have different ideas about reasonable boundaries and different levels of security in a relationship. I think you probably just aren't compatible. I agree with some of what that person said. I think, yeah, you and Mark aren't compatible. And I also think that, that their relationship wouldn't work out, which is pretty much the same thing. Yeah, right? But I think both of these people, I feel like anybody who disagrees with the point of it being uncomfortable with OP sleeping in the ex's bed while still having a partner, like having a current partner, I feel like they would do this and see nothing wrong with it. And like, while that's fine if your partner and both you and your partner are comfortable with that, I feel like if not, you need to cut it. You do. It's just weird. It's just strange. Sorry. I don't know. But anyways, I think this one was like much tamer than the last one we read, but also still a little wild, because I don't know. I feel like this one is a little bit of a no-brainer. And I feel like a lot of the people who ask, am I the asshole? They're like, they already know which one they are. They just want either validation or maybe, I don't know. Maybe they really are blind to the fact of like where they stand in a situation. But I don't know. This one seems like if you have the facts presented to you, you could be like, yeah, I think you're in the wrong for this, and this. And I think this person's in the wrong for this, and this. And I think your ex should probably get a new dog sitter or something. Or, I don't know. I mean, he's already paying you to dog sit. I mean, like, how much more would it take to just pay somebody else to sit his dog? To dog sit. Sit his dog. Yeah, that's the end of it. The Tinkerbell video will be out Wednesday. I appreciate you guys for watching. You'll catch me later. Thank you. Bye.